How in the world did Christianity, a quote, upstart religion, they called it, was able to overtake eventually the Roman Empire that persecuted them, burned them at stakes, threw them to lions for hundreds of years, for a couple hundred years, right? And how in the world did they do that? Well, the secular historians admit there was three things. Number one, they could give a defense for the hope that lies within them. They were amazed at how they were able to articulate their faith and defend their faith against the skeptics, right? Number two, they were amazed at how they loved one another, because the Christians came from all different walks of life. Some had wealth, some didn't, some were slaves, some were just average Joe, but they all got along. They all loved each other. And some that had a lot and those that didn't, they shared freely. They loved each other. Like, wow, who wouldn't want to be a part of that family? The third one was they loved not their lives unto death, as Revelation says. They were willing to die for their faith, which again is the complete opposite of a selfish person, right? And so those three things they admit were the three things that overtook the whole Roman society. And that's secular research. So really, it's plan A. What do you do as a Christian? You get up out of bed. I'm living for Jesus. Jesus, use this life to bear fruit for you. Well, how do you do that? Well, again, it's twofold. If you're a Christian and you're around other Christians, plan A is this: salt, light, last days resistance. You speak up. You love each other. You get along. You work together as God's team, and you make a difference where you're at. I don't care if it's a city. I don't care if it's a teeny tiny town with 50 people. If you got Christians there and you're a Christian, work together, love each other, and make a difference. Number one. And that'll keep you busy every day. The other thing that'll keep you busy is the other plan A is, shocker, if you've run into a non-Christian, what do? You share the gospel with them. You lead them to Jesus. There you go. It's not hard.
Yeah.
So you wake up every day and you be a Christian and you make a difference. And if you got other Christians around you, work together. Oh, and by the way, if any of you come across somebody that's not saved, you share Jesus with them. You know what? You'll be busy until the Lord takes you home. And you know what? That's where you're going to start seeing the fruit. So I agree with you. We have to keep living up to who we are as Christians. We need to work together as Christians, right? We have to get rid of any pessimism and apathy. And with what time we have left, we need to make a difference. To be the what? Salt, light, and what you're doing, the resistance. You're resisting when you get the truth out. You're resisting when the government says no, and you say, oh yeah, well, I'm going to do it anyway with what freedom I got left. The government says, shut your mouth. He says, no, I'm going to speak up for Christ. And by the way, that's biblical. A lot of people during the pandemic, they tried to beat us over the head with Romans 13 and say, you got to obey the government. That's completely out of context because Scripture interprets Scripture. And you look at the apostles in the book of Acts, when they were told by the authorities, shut your mouth, don't speak about Jesus ever again, or we're going to flog you. We're going to beat you up. You're going to pay a big price. And what they say, you tell us whether we obey you, the authority, basically man, or God. And they went out and defied the authority because God always comes first. And the context of Romans 13 is, of course, we obey the government. God gave us government for, I'm glad that we have a military and police and helps crime. But if the government asks me to do anything against God's will, against his truth, I say no.